Hello students, in this video today we are going to discuss about equivalent rational numbers. I gave some introduction or some clear concept in last video of rational number. I am continuing that topic rational number in this video by using topic equivalent rational numbers. So, as we know that rational numbers are in the form of p upon q, where q not equal to 0 and p and q are integers. So, what is equivalent rational number? We know the concept of rational numbers, but what about equivalent rational number? If numerator part, as I discussed with you in last video, numerator part and denominator part, this is your numerator, this is your denominator, numerator part and denominator part multiplied by same multiple or same number, what we receive is the equivalent rational number of the previous one. For example, in this case, if we multiply p by some other number, natural number n, and q by some other natural number n, so what we receive, this rational number is a equivalent part of this one. For example, I can say that if we have initially 1 upon 2, so if we multiply 1 by 8 and 2 also by 8, so what we receive, it's a 8 upon 16. So this 8 upon 16 is equivalent to this number. Hope this thing is clear to you. Now, how we represent, as we already discussed in class 6 and 7 about number line. Question I is how we represent rational number on a number line, because rational number is also a part of numbers. So how we represent rational number on number line? There are various methods. I'm discussing with you some easiest or unique method so that you can easily understand the position of rational number on a number line. So let's discuss. For representing a rational number, it's not equivalent, it's on number line. Rational numbers on number line. For representing the rational number on a number line, first we see that which part is greater. There are two conditions for representing the rational number on a number line. First, if p is greater than q, first condition, and second condition just opposite, p is less than q. So first we are going to discuss if a rational number is given to us where p means numerator part is greater than q. Hope, and second one is p is smaller than q. But this always in exam, this type of question come, p less than q. This type of question come. So first I am going to discuss this type of numbers on number line. Suppose we have a fraction 2 or rational number 2 upon 3. Here 2 is smaller than 3. Numerator is smaller than denominator. How we represent? Always remember, in this case value is always less than 1. Value is always less than 1. So in this condition, first we draw a number line. Likewise, a straight line by using your scale. I am using my free hand, so line may be not straight, but you have to use your scale. Point some equal distance. See, and for plotting the points, see the numerator. There are 3. So how we plot? Mark 3 equal part. 1, 2 and 3. 3 is the longest one. Now place write 1 over here. I think this one is clear to you. There are 0 to 1, and in between 0 to 1 we have 3 equal division. Similarly, what distance we have 0 to 1? We place over here. It's a 2. Again it's a 3. Come to this side. It's a -1. minus 2. Now see what this fraction says. This says that out of 3, 2 part. So see here 1, 2, 3. So this one is the position of fraction 2 upon 3 on number line. Because out of 3 equal part, 2 part we have taken starting from 0. Why we have chosen between 0 to 1? Because in this case numerator is all smaller than denominator, so value is always less than 1. If same thing with negative sign, so we come to the negative side, left side of 0, divide it equally. Clear? So it's a 1, 2, this one, minus 2 upon 3, this part. Hope this one is clear to you. We count from 0, either left side or right side. Now come to the second part. Second part is when P is greater than Q. P is greater than Q. In this case, suppose we have a number 7 upon 2. So 2 is not looking nice. Clear? 7 upon 2. So for this type of condition here, Q means your denominator is smaller than numerator. So we have to check by dividing and finding the decimal part. If we say that, or you can change into mixed fraction, 3 whole 1 upon 2. What does this signify? That up to 3 we move on number line, then after 3 we move half. How we move? So first we draw a number line. Likewise, by using your pen and by using your scale and pencil, 0. You can shift 0 accordingly so that you can easily plot the numbers. It's a 1, it's a 2, it's a 3, it's a 4. Now see this type of rational number. Here numerator is greater than denominator. So first we convert them into mixed fraction, 3 whole 1 upon 2. Here we move from 0 up to 3 equal distance. Then we move more, half more. For half more we see we have to divide this space into 2 equal parts. Denominator define that in every case. Denominator define that how many equal parts we have to divide. In this case, we divide into 2 equal parts. Line should be smaller than the whole numbers. Clear? Now this is the place where we have 7 upon 2 lie on a number line. Likewise, you have to find out the answers. Hope this one is clear to you. Move to the next part. Now, as you are observing on board, we are going to compare of 2 rational numbers, whether anyone is greater or smaller than the other one. For this, I am going to explain this concept by using some examples so that you can easily understand. I also point out those points to be remembered. First thing, we choose 2 positive rational numbers. For example, I am taking from book, it's 8 upon 14 and it's 7 upon 16. 2 different rational numbers we have. How we compare that which one is greater and which one is smaller, or are they equal or not? So see, in this case 8 upon 14 and 7 upon 16. What is our first work? First we check that whether denominators are in with positive sign or not. Yes, they are in positive sign. If they are in negative sign, we have to convert them into positive sign by shifting the sign to numerator. Clear? So in this case, both denominators are positive. Number one. Number two, we have to find out the LCM of both the denominators. So here 14 and 16. Do it this in rough. 14, 16. I think we are unable to divide. So see, so you must write LCM of 14 and 16 is, you must count, it's 112. Clear? Now our next work is we have to convert this rational number to an equivalent rational number having denominator this one in both the cases. So we can easily write down 8 upon 14. We can write down 8, draw a little bit bigger divide sign, into 14 divide by which we multiply 14 so that you can receive 112. It's a 8. So we multiply this 14 by 8, and to balance this one we multiply numerator also by 8. So what we have 64 upon 112, the first thing. Second, about 7 upon 16. So 7, 16, 16 into 7, it's a 49 upon 112. Hope this one is clear to you. Now from these two rational numbers, see, denominator is same, so avoid it. Check the numerator, which one is greater? 64 is greater, so this rational number is also greater than this one. So here we can write down, so 64 upon 112 is greater than 49 upon 112. That is 64 upon 112 represents 8 upon 14. 8 upon 14 is greater than 7 upon 16. Clear? So this is your comparison of two positive rational numbers. Hope this one is easier for you. Now I am going to choose two negative rational numbers. Now in this video we are going to discuss, in this portion we are going to discuss about minus 7 upon 8 and 11 upon minus 12. See here, both this is complete negative rational number, this one is also negative rational number, but in this case sign is towards the denominator. So first we make the denominator positive, leave as it is all the things. So we can write down, that is minus 7 upon 8 and minus 11 upon 12. Now find the LCM of 8 and 12. LCM of 8 and 12 is, it's a find out in rough. Always use rough work. It's a 24. Clear? Now make the denominator same. So minus 7 upon 8 is always equals to minus 7 into or 8 into 3. It's a minus 21 upon 24. Then in case of minus 11 upon 12, it's a minus 11 into 2, 12 into 2, it's a minus 22 upon 24. So which one is greater? As we know that in case of negative sign, this one is smaller than this one, because we know about number line that number having place on left hand side, is always smaller than the right hand side. So on number line, this minus 22 on left hand side, then minus 21. So here we can write down minus 22 upon 24 is smaller than minus 21 upon 24. Clear? Minus 22 upon 24 is smaller than minus 21 upon 24. So similarly we can say minus 11 upon 12 is smaller than minus 7 upon 8. This is your answer. Likewise you have to compare. Now I'm going to explain you by using your exercise, some exercise of this question. The very first question number 3 in this book, you have to solve those objective questions by yourself, so because they are concept based question. So all of you solve this one. Now come to the question number 3. Okay, in this case, question says that write 4 rational numbers equivalent to each of the following rational number. You have to write down. So I am choosing another fraction. It is not given in your question part, so that you can easily understand. It's a 3 upon 5. Question says that find the 4 equivalent rational number. So how we find the equivalent one? Start to multiply this 3 upon 5 by 2 is complete separately numerator and denominator. Then again 3 upon 5 equals to 3 into 3 by 5 into 3. 3 upon 5, 3 into 4, 5 into 4, and similarly 3 upon 5 equals to 3 into 5 and 5 into 5. Now write down 3 2s are 6 upon 10, 1, 9 upon 15, 12 upon 15, and 15 upon 25. So these are 4 equivalent rational numbers of 3 upon 5. Similarly, you can multiply. If rational number is given with minus sign, so it's a minus 3 upon 5. Similarly, we have minus. First one is minus now. If it is minus, then equivalent rational numbers are also with minus sign now. So likewise, you have to find out the equivalent rational numbers. Now we already discussed which two rational numbers number is greater, which two rational number is smaller. You can easily explain. So all of you try to solve 1A, 1-2 question number 6. This is your homework, and all of you solve this in your maths copy. Clear? All of you solve this up to 1 to 6 in your maths copy. Tomorrow we will discuss about arrangement of ascending and descending order and complete this exercise 1A. Now that's all for today. Next day we will discuss arrangement of numbers.